Progress.
Oh, almost came on with the wrong headset again.
Hello, all.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna go do one thing too. No, actually, never mind. I haven't. I've got it. Never mind. I was ahead of myself.
Okay. So, okay, well, it looks like it's about that time, and I see Tina, Flores, and Jana. That's it. Okay, so Tina, did you want to make a public comment or speak to an agenda item?
No, thank you.
Okay. How about you, Jana? Did you have a public comment or did you want to speak to an agenda item?
Public comment, please.
Okay, well, since you're the only one and Jimmy, you're going to be my timekeeper.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Jana.
Okay, so my neighbor called Cedar Park Fire Department today because she saw some sparks on the lines, the Pedernales lines behind her house, which is just right off of Hatch between Spider Lily View and Black Cherry. They didn't see anything when the fire department came. They didn't see anything other than it's really, really overgrown. I know in the past, Infomark or one of the board members would call Pedernales like twice a year in the spring and the fall or somewhere in the fall to remind them to trim that area. So that would be good because it's like nearly waist high now in that area and the one off of El Salito. The other thing I wanted to discuss was there's a bunch of trash on Hatch and El Salito, and it includes tree branches and dead shrubs, and then just like general trash like cans of Coke and whatever people just threw out of their cars. So if maybe we can do a volunteer group for a pickup, maybe the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts would want to do that, or I'm not sure. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there to you guys, and that's about all I have. Thanks.
Okay, and I see that David Flores has jumped on. David, did you want to make a public comment?
Yes, a public comment.
Okay, go ahead. Did you want to speak to an agenda item? Also?
Not tonight. No,
Okay.
not tonight.
Okay, then you have 2 minutes. Jimmy, say go.
Go.
I wanted to just let the board know. I hope you would explain to the people in the district right now what's going on with the sump pumps at Hatch Road lift station. They're actually pulling a pump number 1 out. I spoke to the guy that was doing the work, and he was pulling that pump out, and they just replaced the second pump. And so I just wanted a little transparency on what's going on and what is this costing us. And it sounds like it's been Band-Aid up for years, and what are we going to do about it for the future? That's about it.
Okay. And I don't see anybody else who has jumped in. So I will go ahead and close the public comment section. Am I saying that right? Nobody else has jumped in?
I'm jumping in, Catherine. Before you close this session, I did want to address Jana because I had reached out to Infomark 2 weeks ago before I left about the overgrown weeds in the Pedernales easement along El Salito and also along Hatch. And Caitlin was gracious and reached out to Pedernales, who said they cut when they cut. I did ask Lee and Christy to put on the future agenda that we should probably take our mud sign off those gates if we are not going to be responsible for the mowing of that space, because it is a true contradiction to tell neighbors to mow their yard when they're staring at 6-foot weeds down an easement that is recorded as belonging to us. So that has been brought up. Pedernales punted the responsibility, and I did ask Lee 2 weeks ago to determine who then is responsible for mowing that easement space.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of background as to why there's a WTCMUD1 sign on that gate.
Oh, I know why there's the sign on the gate, but do we really want to put our name on something that isn't in compliance with the deed enforcement that we require of the residents? If they can't have grass taller than 6 inches, then we shouldn't allow easements that hold our name to be in any worse shape than a yard. That's the only point I'm making with that. Not to even mention the inherent problem with rodents when you allow the weeds to grow to that length.
Okay.
So I do know why the sign is there, Catherine, but it's not
because
branded as ours. If we're not
and
gonna take care of
it was there to detour homeless camping.
Right.
Yes.
And I totally get that, but maybe Pedernales can put their name on that fence and they can deter the homeless camping.
Okay, so, oh, dang it. I lost my agenda. Hold on.
I just wanted Jana to know that I saw what she saw 2 weeks ago, and I did report it to Infomark, and they did reach out to Pedernales, who is unwilling to do anything about it.
Okay, thanks. Because when I called them 2 years ago, they were out there in a week.
They had a lovely explanation. I'm sure Lee would share that with you if you just reach out to her.
Okay, I'm going to close the public comment section now. We're going to go to agenda item 2, which is the management report from Sage. And so I'm going to turn that over to Jimmy and Diana.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. We had a smaller report for July than we did in June. One of the reasons was that the trash cans in view and in the street, we didn't take the pictures like we did the month before because all the trash cans that we saw, the numbers were still up there, but they were full. And we've got several reports that the trash can service was behind, either because of the holiday, July 4th, or they just didn't have enough vehicles, enough service trucks to pick it all up. So we did not take the pictures because we didn't think it was fair to penalize the residents if their trash hadn't been picked up. Other than that, the numbers are pretty steady. We have boats coming in and out. It's the summer. People are using them at the lake. The trailers, the RVs, they're coming in and out. People are on vacation, trying to get their last trips in before school starts. And that's, the numbers remain steady on the overnight parking. They're not more, they're not less. They're pretty consistent.
Okay, is there anything else that you wanted to call out?
No, I mean, it's not we were asked to not report the trash cans when they're full, so we just,
Okay, that's fine.
on that.
Okay, so I think what we were going to do is we're going to go into executive session because we need to discuss some more things in executive session. So we're going to go into executive session. Hold on. Let me get this right. We're going to go into executive session for agenda item 3. Bill, do we need to have a discussion in executive session for agenda item 4?
Yes, so it'd be 3 and 4.
Okay, that's what I wanted to verify. So hold on. I'm going to go ahead and read my little blurb here. The Board of Directors will now go into closed session for consultation with the district's attorney pursuant to section 551.071 and the Texas Government Code regarding agenda items 3 and 4. No action will be taken during the closed session. The Board of Directors has concluded its closed session and is returning to the open meeting. No action was taken during the closed session. Okay. Okay, so now let's go to agenda item 4. Deed restriction enforcement actions pending and authorizations for the district. Does somebody want to make a motion? Megan, you want to do it?
Catherine, you skipped number 3. We need to finish that before you move to 4.
Okay.
Actions that we're going to need to take after the closed session.
Yeah, that's what isn't that what we're talking about? Isn't that what we're going to talk about? What we're going to do with Hunter's Glen 2 and
Didn't we cover 3 in the executive session?
yeah.
Okay, so your actions are going to be tied to number 4.
Yeah, that's what, isn't that what we're doing? Because we're going to give Bill some instructions.
Okay.
So number 4. So Megan, you want to make a motion relating to Hunter's Glen 2.
Right, on mute. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I muted myself there. I motion for the Information Management Committee to work with legal to prepare an information packet for Hunter's Glen 2 to address resident questions about deed restrictions.
Okay, I will go ahead and second that motion. So do we have anything else that we need to discuss about this new information that we're going to put on the website? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and call the vote. Linda,
Yes.
Megan,
Yes.
Art,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
and I vote yes too. Okay, so was there any other instructions that we needed to give Bill?
Didn't we need to give him instructions about the emotional support research or whatever?
Well, I think we were going to deal with that. I was going to deal with that under future board meetings.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's where that goes. Okay, so I don't think there's anything specific, any more specific instructions for number 4. So what I'm going to do then, let's go to number 5, which is minutes from prior DRC meetings.
Yeah, we have one set, which is June 14, which is attached. I think we had this ready last time as well. So I don't know if the board's reviewed it, if they want to consider approval of the June 14 DRC minutes.
Oh, this is okay.
So which ones are we reviewing? What date?
June 14. It's attached as agenda packet item 5
Yeah.
to the invite.
Yeah.
Why are the public comments not recorded in these minutes?
These minutes were originally drafted by Sage, and we worked on improving them. So I can't answer that question.
Did you remove the public comments or were they never presented?
They were not in the original draft that we worked off of.
Then they're incomplete.
Well, the meeting just says that these people attended it. They didn't necessarily say there were public comments.
There
Oh,
was.
it says Matt made a public comment. That's it. Okay, does somebody want to make a motion to approve these minutes? Anybody? Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of June 14th.
Hold on, I'm almost there, Kat.
Okay. Okay, do I need to withdraw my motion?
I'm still looking at it too, so hold on.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and second that.
Okay. Do we have any discussions? Okay. Well, then I will call the vote. Linda?
I vote no, and for the record, the minutes are incomplete and do not reflect the comments and concerns offered by the public, which are integral to the operations of the district. To omit them is to discredit the public's concerns.
Megan?
Yes.
Art?
Yes,
Beth?
Yes.
And I vote yes too. Okay.
And I have a
And-
quick question for, so I noticed that we still don't have any DRC meeting minutes. I don't think up on the website for this year. Have we still not approved any?
Just
except for
Yeah.
now?
Well, I know that a couple of the, was it last month, Beth and I went through a whole bunch of them. I guess we just need to get them sent to Bill so that he can send them out as part of a meeting attachment.
Yeah, and I think there's one pending that we're working on from last month. But there were four meetings that were being reviewed by the DRC that haven't come back to me yet.
Yeah.
Which are the ones Catherine's talking about.
Yeah.
And there's
so as far as
June, July we're
DRC
working
minutes
on.
and board minutes, where are we now? We're done with May, June, and July now, aren't we?
For,
Yeah, I guess
Board
this,
meeting.
well, do we have July DRC minutes and board minutes? Is that what you're asking, Art?
Mhm.
Those are being worked on, the July ones.
But
But
we're done with May, right? We're done with May and June.
well, June you just approved for DRC, and I think the regular meeting minutes are caught up. I'd have to check with Lee. And then I think it was probably May, going backwards 4 months, is DRC was going to send to me as far as DRC minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so then agenda item 6, future board minutes, meetings. Okay, so this is where we were going to talk, where we wanted to put an agenda item for what we're referring to section 2, the emotional support animal.
Correct. Under our policy, that gets reviewed and considered by the board. And so we can have that set up for next Wednesday's, not this week, but next
Yes,
week,
yeah.
Wednesday's meeting. We could put it on that agenda.
Okay,
Well, what are we gonna put on there? What-
Emotional support animal
yeah,
Okay,
process for the owner in section 2.
okay.
So real quick, Catherine, we have our regular board meeting set up for this Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
right.
That agenda is already reset. We can't change that right now. And that's primarily our manager and engineer agenda.
Right.
We are recommending that the board, when we put it on the agenda, consider approval of a proposed tax rate and set the hearing to give us enough time to publish it. We're recommending that the public hearing on the tax rate be on September 13, the DRC meeting, because Williamson County really wants their tax rate set before the 15th. And so rather than cut it really close to your regular meeting, that's what we're recommending. To do that, we need to approve a proposed tax rate on Wednesday. Now, that's not setting the tax rate. That's going to be the rate that gets published and the hearing set. And that dovetails, I guess we don't have anybody from Infomark still on the line. That dovetails to where we're going to have our meetings in September, because we have to do them in a physical location. And I think Christy's not on here, but I think Christy said the office was going to get cleaned up on the 20th, August 20. And if that's the case and we can use that building, on Wednesday, we'll be deciding to have that public hearing and the September meetings in Old Mill. I didn't get any other information. You know, Linda, you saw the condition. I think Christy said she could clean it up. I think it's usable unless there's work going on. It's really hard to have a meeting in a place where they're working on drywall and ceilings. But right now, I don't think any work's being done. So that'll be, that's for Wednesday's meeting to consider. Catherine, you've also asked for a special board meeting Monday, a week from today.
Right.
We're going to schedule on the litigation that has been filed by Linda and her husband, a single item agenda.
Right. So it's just an opportunity for us to have an executive session for the 4 board members to discuss the court hearing and have any questions answered at that time. So is
That would be Monday when?
6 p.m.
Yeah,
No, what date? What's the date?
a week from today.
23rd.
Today, okay.
The court hearing is right now scheduled for the 24th.
Right.
That's correct.
So we agree at 6 p.m.
Yeah, the question is, can we get a quorum for Monday, the 23rd at 6 p.m.?
Well, I guess, this is sort of what my question was. Do we need a quorum? Because I perceive this as sort of, even if we don't have a quorum, I still need to talk to my attorney. That's how I'm looking at it.
If you don't have a quorum, it's going to become something other than a board meeting. It's going to become some sort of ad hoc committee meeting. So.
Okay. Well, I can be there. Who else can be there? Megan, you can be there. Beth, you can be there. Art, can you be there?
The 23rd at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to make it.
Well,
it'll still be Zoom. It'll still be Zoom next week.
Yeah. So it's only if you only can be there via audio, that'll work too. I just want to make sure that that if you have any questions that you want to ask.
I know it's important.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll post that. So those are the meetings we have lined up, Catherine.
Okay. And just so we're clear, when we were talking about Old Mill, we're talking about September.
Starting in September. But on Wednesday, if we set the public hearing, we have to put in our order where it's going to be.
Okay,
And
Okay.
so, we've been struggling finding other locations. Most of the other locations are not going to work for various reasons, mostly unavailable space. The churches primarily have turned us down. And I don't know that we've had contact with the Anderson Mill District yet, but
Okay.
looks like, and like I said, there's nobody from Infomark on the meeting tonight to report on it, but it's looking like maybe Old Mill is the best place to meet in September.
okay. So here's the question that I'm wondering about, what can we enforce? Can we make sure that chairs are 6 feet apart?
You can, okay, right now, under the current legal situation,
Uh-huh,
you're essentially a government operation, so you cannot require a mask
okay.
unless you want to join the court fight and do that, you can't
Yeah.
require vaccination or mask, but you can social distance. So it would be a good idea to have the chairs separated as much as possible.
Okay.
I don't know how many people will be in attendance, but it's a pretty big space, so we'll probably be able to do that. Have Infomark, maybe remove some of the chairs to another room so they're spaced out.
Well, we have missing walls so they can actually sit out, in the hallway.
There's a lot more space then, yeah. A
Yes.
lot more space.
There's
if it's
no
less.
walls at all.
Yeah, I haven't been in there, but I mean, yes, we can space out the participants as far as spacing.
Okay,
And of course, anybody that wants to wear a mask certainly can.
okay,
And everybody just has to be careful. We can
Okay.
probably space out the directors a little more than we usually do at the table too, if you want.
okay.
Catherine, did you ever call the limited district?
Yeah, we talked with them.
With-
And yeah, I talked with them at Case about it. I talked to 2 different board directors. And I sent Fred Gramps contact information to Bill, and I said, expect a phone call, and that's about, and he says, okay, and that's about it. So
You don't have an answer from them.
now I don't have an answer for them. So, you know what?
Well,
In
if our
the end,
space works, it's already wired and set up to record. And I've asked Christy to test the equipment. So
well, that was going to be my next question. Does the video work? Because my concern was that it all got rained on. So, okay.
you think by now, 6 months later, somebody would have checked that. But I did ask her to a month ago.
Okay. So do we have any more to discuss then for our future board meetings? We got the meeting on Wednesday, and then we got the meeting a week from Wednesday. Is there anything else?
I would like to add to the agenda for not this coming Wednesday, but Wednesday, the 25th. If you and Beth would tell us what you learned at Case.
Okay, you want to have a discussion about Case?
I'd like to know, I did send a letter before the conference and asked for just the agenda, and they never responded. So whoever runs that show, they didn't respond with an agenda for the thing. So I'd like to know what you learned there.
Okay.
There was a Zoom that anybody could have joined too.
Again, the person I emailed for an agenda never responded, so that information wasn't made available. So, and it's okay.
Okay.
Tell us.
Okay.
That's easy.
Okay. So I think that's it. All I have is agenda item 7. Somebody make a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn this meeting.
I second that.
Okay, you second that.
Okay. So do we need to call a vote, or can we all say aye? How's that?
Art
Aye.
says aye. Remember, you gotta consider me. Art says aye.
Have a good night, everyone.
See you Wednesday.
Yeah.